Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2 and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently watched Rikki and the Flash and I thought it was alright. It wasn't a great film, it wasn't a bad movie. It was somewhere right in the middle of mediocrity, but actually it wasn't that bad. I can see why a lot of critics panned it, but it doesn't really showcase Meryl Streep's talent as a singer, although the songs that she does sing and cover are really quite tremendous and totally righteous, as I should mention. And she sings Drift Away, which is one of my favorite songs and one of the songs that my mother liked quite a bit, so it reminded me quite a lot of my mom. And it was a very pleasant memory, I thought. The movie itself is basically a psychological overlook of bad choices made, repercussions thereof, and Rikki, that's not her real name, she's a rocker, and she travels quite a bit. She basically lives in California, and she plays gigs to make a living, and it's really not that much of a living. Musicians there's a reason why musicians are called starving artists. They barely get by, and they probably exist off of the kindness of strangers more often than not. But she hears from her ex that their daughter, Julie, her husband, Max, has divorced her. Well, he was actually cheating on her, and there was an affair involved, and of course Julie didn't know it, and Julie starts to lose her mental health, and rightfully so. But along the way, and spoiler alert ahead, but Rikki is able to make amends with her daughter, and they are able to connect, and she brings Julie out of her shell and appreciate her beauty and take more care of herself, and it's really quite a lovely illustration of a mother's love. And she has other children as well that we learn about in the course of the movie. And I can't grace it with 2 thumbs up because I just don't think it's worthy of it. I think a thumb up is sufficient. I'll give it 3.5 out of 5, and I almost gave it 2 because there were some lines in the movie. There were some lines in the movie that I thought were kind of cringeworthy, and it was kind of unbelievable, and she she seemed to be trying too hard, honestly, in her acting ability. And I like Meryl Streep. I think that she's a consummate actress. It just, there were some moments in the movie that kind of led you to believe she's overacting. But beyond that, it's a good demonstration of California life versus life in Indiana. And I don't know if they use stock footage or not when they show the airport, but I think that was the actual airport because I haven't been to the new airport in ages. They're going to make something out of the old airport. They're going to build jobs. Well, they're supposed to. That's what they're proposing, according to what I've heard on the news, but I don't believe everything I hear on the news. But anywho, that's neither here nor there. The movie itself, it's actually a really good story. It's really enjoyable, very entertaining. But there are moments in the film itself that kind of leave you in a sense of disbelief that you had heard what you just did, and a lot of the so-called humorous lines don't really come across as such, and it's a little bit uncomfortable, I think, to see a woman trying to act hip. And I know a lot of parents do that, but it's kind of sad, actually. But she does, yeah, she does make good on everything, especially in her ability as a mother, and everything has a happy ending at the denouement of the film, which I really like. And beyond that, I can say if you want to see Meryl Streep in a role that is unlike her, then give this film a shot. You might actually be pleasantly surprised by it. And it's just a good expose in psychology and just how people react to certain situations, and how people can change even though we think that it may not be possible for them. It's actually very enlightening and uplifting. And there was quite a bit of musical context, but that's really understandable and logical within the characters and their identities and how they interact. But beyond that, I can't really say that I liked or disliked the film. I did enjoy it. I did appreciate it for the candor it had. But beyond that, I can't really say too much else other than it wasn't great. It wasn't stellar. It wasn't phenomenal. It wasn't one of those films that I feel is going to change my life one way or the other, beyond the fact that it had really rockin' music that I absolutely love. I did enjoy hearing Meryl sing, and I love the fact that she's so talented and she can convey a character of this caliber, but beyond that, I can't really see that much worth writing home about, as the saying goes. It's an okay film. See you later. Ciao, tutti.